totally grabbing the wrong slider there. I'm like trying to take the music down. I'm like, music's not going down. Whoops. Yeah, this is what I get. This is what I get for not paying attention to exactly what slider I'm grabbing. Oh, Black Halo, that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Anyways, welcome guys. Evening in the evening. Hopefully you've had a wonderful day. Um, it's actually starting to warm up. I think spring is finally here where I'm living, because, yeah, I had to actually open some windows for once. Holy cow, fresh air. Smells so good. Anywho, back on into Final Fantasy XII once again. Still making that final push for the game. Whether it happens this week, doesn't matter. But this week is definitely focusing heavily on Final Fantasy XII. Just for the fact, we need to make up some time from last week. I wasn't feeling too well. Still kind of not feeling well. Beside the point. As well as, we're 80 hours into the game. Still not quite to the end of it. So I definitely need to make some progress so we can head on into the next segment, which is Final Fantasy XIII. I know some people enjoy it, some people don't, but I've never played 13. That's the whole thing of the reason why I'm doing this franchise play, is because I've never played all the Final Fantasies. I only had played a tiny little selection, which is 9 and 10. So I'm broadening my experience, getting to play all the other Final Fantasies. We've played some really good ones, we played some not so good ones. But hey, you can't judge a book until you actually read it. You can't judge a game until you play it. And that's mainly where I'm going at. So, anywho, we're still back on the track of hunts. We did get at least one done, and I might need to reconsider how I'm going to be traveling through the world. Maybe taking the super long trips is not the wisest idea, because it certainly is eating up more time than I'm actually doing hunts and stuff and progressing the game. So I might cut down some of the travel time a little bit. Not exactly to where I'm needing to go, but, just maybe a map or two back. Not 5 maps back. You get the idea. So, that's primarily what's going to happen tonight. Whether story happens, not likely. So, you don't have to be worried about, oh no, we're going to be spoiled on story, or oh, I'm going to miss something. No, I'm seeing this is just going to be yet another night, just me running around being like a derp. And I'm trying to figure out hunts and all the mechanics for them. It's a good thing here. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on chat here for a moment. I don't know, Sumi. There's a lot of things that I need to calculate and think about, so just hold on a minute for that one. And I'm gonna play the spin-offs. In this playthrough, Jack, sadly, no. I'm just sticking with the main titles. I would like to go back and play like Dirge of Cerberus, Dissidia, Crisis Core, if I can get a hold of copies for them. In particular with Crisis Core and Dirge, I would definitely like to make like a separate little playthrough of 7, just so it's all collected for everybody and for myself, because I've never played Dirge, never played Crisis. I've seen a little bit of Crisis, but that's not going to tell me much of the game. I just know that it will give me more backstory to 7 that I felt 7 itself was lacking. And my opinion with the Final Fantasies is they usually are a little complete story. Even with all the little side stuff that they give you, it answers the questions that you'll have in the game. And 7 originally was a game that I felt was rather weak in story, because it's always left me with questions. And they have to have a separate game in order to answer that question. Not that great for me. But, I'm still willing to play it again. Especially if I can get, Dirge, Crisis, and the whole shebang. Yeah, I was disappointed that it's not available to PlayStation Network. Why have this wonderful thing on a digital network on PlayStation, but yet not have all your games that can be played on other things? Why? Anyways, let's actually get into the game. We've got a lot of stuff to do tonight, and this procrastination is definitely not helping that situation. So pop on over here, get the volume going. I did adjust the volume of things, so let me know when things are getting too loud, too soft. Uh, uh, Normally I play everything at like 50% volume because everything's loud on my end. And now I'm going at 100%. I did a lot of testing before stream, and it sounded fine to me. But that's not always the case. It sounds good to me, but it may sound crappy to the rest of you guys. So, again, just let me know if the volume is starting to get really, really loud, and then I'll adjust accordingly. But for me, everything is perfect. So I'm hoping it is perfect for you guys. So let's get started. I know we did save back in Soaking Cave Palace, and I feel like I'm shouting with the game right now. And we killed Darkseal. We also took care of the waterfall puzzle, which I would have never figured it out. I had the right idea, but I was definitely not picking up on some major clues, such as entering and exiting certain areas in a clockwise fashion and into a spiral, no less. Yeah, I would have never figured that one out. Never figured it out. So take a moment, check our licenses, because I know that was a big thing I wanted to take care of the last time, and, well, kind of ran out of time. Now, as you can see, we're just picking at things, just filling spaces. So why not? We'll get all our accessories. I think that'll be the best bet. Yeah, I kicked that water. I kicked this bucket. No longer has a bucket. I do apologize. I feel like I gotta sneeze, and I don't know if I'll be able to mute my microphone in time. So I apologize ahead. But how are you folks doing tonight? You know, we're midweek here. It doesn't feel like it's midweek, but it is midweek, which is weird. I don't know, maybe it's just because I have been playing Final Fantasy all week, and I just don't have the definition of my days of like, oh, it's Tuesday because we're playing Spyro. No, it's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. We're still playing Final Fantasy. To give you an idea, for those that may be new here, you know, I am a variety caster. I do play other games other than RPGs and Final Fantasy in particular. It's just 4 out of the 6 days I do stream, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy. It's more of a personal challenge, and also to experience a lot of the ones that I didn't grow up with, didn't get to play. So taking that opportunity and playing them now, better late than never, you know. But with this week, it is all Final Fantasy because I'm making a big push for the game to try to progress my franchise play of the games. Oh no, Poet. Ouch. I'm sorry to hear about that. Hopefully you have some really good medication. Having a very painful back is not enjoyable. Trust me, I know from experience. I feel for you, dude. I do. Yeah, Bosch has been getting a lot of points. We may need to make a new party setup. As much as I do like using Bosch, he is a very, very good tank. But other people definitely need their moment in the limelight as well as leveling light. No, we don't want magic gloves. Ain't using you for magic. Let's see. Do bows. Bows 5. There we go. Get this one. I guess I could start getting more magic for him now. Because that part of the board is really empty. Or we can at least finish his techniques. Yeah, let's actually finish his techniques, as much as I don't like getting Bone Crusher. Ugh, yeah, as I said, I know how crippling back pain can be. But just definitely take it easy. Take hot baths to try to relax your muscles. If you have any kind of product like Icy Hot, try to get that on some of the problematic areas on your back. May or may not help, but maybe see a chiropractor. I know with me, whenever I had back problems, I used to see a chiropractor, and I feel worse coming out from the chiropractor's office, but the next day I feel a lot better. We don't really use her much for magic. Go back for accessories, make sure we fill up those spaces. Hi, at least you're already on board. Ah, enjoy your game, Sumi. Enjoy your game. Oh, whoops. Sufficient points. I can get that one at least. I'm just doing some boring stuff called finishing up our our license boards. I'm getting at a point of where I'm running out of things that I can actually get. But, you know, I'm still trying to keep on top of the license points. Hence why what I've been doing, instead of doing the normal tactic of, okay, we'll find the earliest grind spot and we'll spend a few hours and get all the license points open for us. I didn't do that because, one, this is a blind playthrough. I don't know these kind of things. I don't have a walkthrough. I don't have this prior knowledge at all. But I do know how I'm playing this game. It may make the game a lot longer, which is walking to just about every place. But it'll net me the experience and the license points to hopefully make up for not sitting and grinding in a spot. You can at least understand what I'm trying to do here. I'm hoping in the long run it will work out, and so far it is. We've been pretty on par with the content for story-wise, and, well, doing this extra content definitely helps us level a lot. Oh yeah, you can do all different kinds of things with the characters. In the North American release, if this was the International Zodiac Job System release, well, you wouldn't have nearly as much freedom. Alright, so I needed to figure out where we're going. Clan Primer. I think we already went and got a reward, if I recall correctly. Where was it? Pirate's Power. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Shell Destruction. Yes, we did get our reward. We reported to the Homesick Man. So, what do we have left in the log, in other words? We have adding insult to injury, which is for Roblon of rank 6. I'll suspend on that one. I'm not too comfy with trying to do rank 6s right now, but I may give it a swing at one at some point. But we do have a lot of rank 5s that we can take care of. Get my stuff back. We need to go talk to the Wayfarer in Balfaheim. That may be our next stop. Old Legends, Decaying Bonds. We have Lindworm, another rank 5. And this is for Pheromon in the Alley of Muted Size in Arcades. That's old Arcades. I remember that place. The things we do is rank 6. So we're gonna hold off on that one. The Creature Collector. Yet another rank 6 for Goliath. We'll hold off on that one. Dead City Watch. Yet another rank 6. We're gonna hold off on that one. I may be maybe trying a rank 6 here soon. And then we have this one, the Carrot Stalk, at a rank 7. And that's currently our highest hunt in our log, which kind of scares me a little bit, considering we've had that one for a while. And what kind of creature, how strong is that creature going to be? That's a big thing. So, I'm gonna say, we're gonna be going to Balvheim. I'm going to talk to us a bunny girl and go get us a new hunt to start on for one. And this actually works out for really good because I need to make a pit stop in Balfheim because there is some really nice loot that we do need to start working on. Weapons and definitely armor. Always need that. Always. Boo Bear, thank you on that host. Ah, I bring in Fran? Nah, I'm not bringing Fran. We'll stick with these three. Bosch, on the other hand, I do need your stuffs. I'm gonna take your shield. You can have the shell shield for right now. And take that amulet away. Alright, for you, my dear. Oops, not the ghillie boots. No, not that. Ah, crap. Come on. Amulet. And we need to make you sword and board. So, Francisca and Crystal, and we're good. Alright, so Vaughn has the Loxley, and Penel has the Yoichi. And that's another thing, that's a big thing of why I want to get money here, is just about everybody can use Yoichi bows, and that will be the stupendous awesome thing. Hey there, Nattercat! How's it hanging, dude? Ash. Like, who's my tank again? I don't know. Okay, what is out in Chichka? Okay. Well, we're just gonna go north, and we're gonna hit the telecrystal and get out of here. Oh, wait. Don't I take Chichka to get to Balfaheim? Or am I thinking of something else? I'm doing stupendous. A little bit of a snuffle. I fear that the cold is trying to come back on me, and I'm really hoping it isn't. Check the world map just for a moment. Tichka, Sarobi, Balfheim. Okay, so maybe I should replan this? If I'm using Tichka to get to Sarobi? That's probably the exit right here. Alright. Second thought, we're going south. We're going the other way. Retreat! Now, what about yourself, Nanner? How are you doing? It's been a few days since you've been around. Going this path should be relatively easy. We're at a level that a lot of the monsters aren't really giving us too much problems. And again, doing all these hunts now instead of later is definitely helping me level up. So when we get back to story content tends to be a little on the easier side. Oops. Ooh, ice cream. What kind of ice cream, Lizard? I still have half a pint of raspberry sorbet in my freezer. Probably should try to eat that before it tries to get too frostbitten. Hello there, Raging Flare! What's up? Ooh. We talking the new Fire Emblems, or maybe an older Fire Emblem? One of these days, I will be able to play a Fire Emblem game. Yet one of many, many franchises I have yet to experience. I have a lot of catching up to do. If you can't understand that. Vanilla chocolate rubble, the butterscotch something. Holy yeah, that sounds really sweet. Not much for butterscotch though. That sounds really, really sweet. I want to do some of this to avoid our traps, and we're gonna do this. Well, my problem is when I want to start a franchise, I want to start from the very beginning. So, you can imagine if it's a very lengthy franchise, I'm gonna be there a while. And also having a hard time trying to acquire some of the first versions of the game. I've never played Xenosaga. I've never played Tomba. I've never played Mega Man Legends. I played Mega Man on the NES, but that's entirely different from Mega Man Legends. And also, mind you, I grew up with a Nintendo console. Nintendo and then the Nintendo 64, so I missed out a lot of PlayStation games. So forgive me when I go, huh? What's that game? And you say it's a PlayStation 1 game. Yeah, I would know. Has it, Somi? I thought that was on Super NES. And hello, the guy, thank you on the host. Oh, well, if it was in Japan only, there's nothing I could do about that, Sumi. Alright, switch over to the Ice brand because we're gonna fight corals. Now, I've heard of Tomba. I don't know what kind of game it is. Oh, okay. So Kai isn't here, guys. He isn't here, apparently. I'm just seeing things again. Silly me. Oh, never mind, he actually is here. Hello, Kai. Am I heading the right direction? I don't think I'm heading the right direction. No, I am. Well, that can be said with a lot of the larger franchises, Sumi. Shin Megami Tensei, that's another one. There's a lot of little spin-off areas for it. You know, you've got your main story of Shin Megami Tensei. You've got the Persona series. You got the Devil Summoner series. You got the Digital Devil Saga series. There's a lot of series, and that's only covering a small portion of it. And not all of them have come over, or have been translated to English. Yeah, there's Wild Arms. Which I do have the first two from the wonderful PlayStation Network. Again, why don't they have more games available through that? I have no idea, but it'd be awesome if they would have more of them. Okay, we need to go east, so we're gonna take the upper path. So what I'm doing here is I'm walking all the way to Belfheim. We're currently in the Chichka Uplands. We need to head east into the Surobi Steppes, and then further east, and we'll finally hit Belfheim. I had always been curious about Arcalad, since I had seen the cover art for the PlayStation 2 game of it. But beyond that, never looked further into it. Oops. Woo! Oh, that's right, I have Van in here. The guy that I have gambited out to get all the debuffs. Sweet, I don't have to worry about that. I can stream them, I just lack said consoles to me, so I have a DS, but because of how the handhelds for Nintendo work, it has to have its own capture card in order to be streamed properly. So that's a negative. I don't have a GameCube, and I don't know what you mean by NDS. Or is it Nintendo DS? Which is still the same thing for the GBA. Oh, there was plenty of games on that mom and pop video store shelf that I just like, oh, that looks cool. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. But never actually got the courage to rent it out for 3 days or the weekend. Okay, that's what I thought. Now that I actually sat there and thought about that. But yeah, that answer same applies to Game Boy Advance games. I has a DS. And speaking of DS, I need to get a new case, because my poor case got cracked, and I can't open the window properly, and it makes me sad. I've had the thing for, like, ever, and I don't want to get rid of it, because it's, like, my only way of playing Game Boy Advance games. And plus, even if I did turn it into, like, GameStop, I would only get, like, $15 out of it. Which is not much to buy anything. Maybe a used game. My stance on emulation is, if you have the console, be it, like, PlayStation 3 or, you know, a Nintendo Game Boy, do your own BIOS dump. And that usually entails in a lot of, hacking of your console to put homebrew programs to do such things, as well as have the physical copy of the game and make your own ROM/ISO. It's a lot of work, but you know, if you're gonna do it properly. You know, for instance, this game, Final Fantasy XII, I made my own ISO off my copy of the game. This is an emulated version of the game. I can play it through PlayStation 2, but one, it's gonna look fuzzy, because that's how PlayStation 2 graphics were back in the day, and two, not as bright. It was a little dull, and a little washed out. And no, I don't have a GameCube Lizard. My Nintendo consoles were Nintendo, then 64, and then a DS. That's all I've ever owned out of the whole ones. Alright, so we're in a new spot in the Cerobi High Steps. Or the Cerobi Steps. We never made it to the upper part of the map because, well, the music in this area is so quiet and so soothing, and when you're tired, that spells disaster, and it definitely was disaster for me. I would have to figure out when I'm gonna be playing that series. I have, like, a lot of series on my plate, to be honest, Sumi. You know, after this Final Fantasy, I'm looking to do, some shorter series, or maybe just not even series at all, and just play individual games instead. Unless there's, like, you know, a direct sequel to it. And I just now noticed there's Chocobo prints here. So there's an extra path down this way. I have to keep that one in mind. Well, the RPGs tend to be longer just because they're RPGs. They take some hours to play the game. Platformers like Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter's, they don't take nearly as long. They tend to be shorter games, but their replay value is really high, especially if you're ones that enjoy that. And I love platformers. The platformers are usually silly, they have quirky humor, and they're just downright fun. But yeah, I don't own all the Sly games yet. Yet being keyboard there. Can we just block off the whole area with traps there? Sheesh. Let's see. Could cover the other end at least. Bander corals hurt. Especially when they cast. Ouch. 106 skill. Yeah! It was a wall of nope. I mean, they're easy enough to pass over. We have float. Now that I know that I have float and I should be using it for said traps instead of, you know, pulling out my party members until I only have the party leader and passing it over and doing all that jazz. It's a little less work. Oh! Mobilize. And see, it's even stronger than these bolts. Well, I have been very, very satisfied with the crossbow bolts and their on-hit effects. It's just the accuracy is just complete shit. Kill the Charvatarics. Come on. And that and the lack of having earth damage really pisses me off. Come on. Come on. It's almost dead. 8 damage. Come on. Thank you. You can't tell. I really hate birds. I really hate the birds. Drive me up the wall. Actually, I might be able to sneak over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow! And it's even on the zoning line, too. So, if I didn't have lever on, I would have just blown myself up. Hey, you tell the birdies to leave me alone, then, Kai. When they have the orange bar, that means that they're gonna attack me. There's nothing I can do about that. Go. I'm also trying to avoid the large dragons, the worms in the game, is they just have so much health. And it takes so damn long to kill. They're still killable, they're easy enough to deal with, it's just they take too long to kill. And they don't give nearly enough license points for the effort either. It'd be one thing if they offered me like 5. But they don't. I also want to do this one gambit that Pinello currently can do. Actually, no, I don't even do it on Pinello. We're going to do that with Ash. No. Oops. There it is. Haste. Actually gonna do status. Slow. Chaos Stomp is slow. I'm also gonna set up some silence just so everybody has that taken care of. Herbs. I'm gonna say just like that. And I don't remember what Doom is taking care of. Maybe I take care of that with Remedy. It drops. About there. Looks good. I wish I could hit them with swords, but I can't. It's only spells in range that they can die. I don't have telekinesis, which would give me the ability to hit them with my weapon, no matter what kind of weapon it is. Indeed, indeed. Be a very good surprise for everyone. Yeah. Just head through here. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna sneeze after all. Bloody nose. Also, I make it a point every time I see a save crystal, save at it. I've had too many instances from Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne of, hey, here's a trash monster. Hey, it casts one of them low chance hitting instant death spells and it just happens to hit my party lead, which is a game over in that game. Not a fun experience. I got to a point of where not only the death and the light spells, both light and dark spells have one type of spell that is an instant death. For light, it's called Hama. For the dark, it's called Mudo. Those are two spells that anybody who's ever played Jimmy Gimme Tensei fears, because, well, it's instant death. With Nocturne, there's varying degrees of those two spells, and it gains higher and higher chances. Now with Nocturne, it only takes killing your main party lead to game over for you. Your other surviving party members could be alive, but if your party leader dies, it's game over. Which is kind of a silly thing that they did for that. Okay, we are just gonna nuke this. I guess not, because my magic isn't strong enough. Lead boats. Lead boats! Oh, trust me, Lizard. That privilege will not be taken away from you. See, when the bird kamikazes, I don't get experience from it. I lose out. It's one big thing why I don't like the birds. I usually don't get anything in the end because they do that. Just stick around the edge. Avoid the big bad Dorgan. This is I would like actually want to fight the worm just for experience sake. Just too long. Too long, too much. Mere little coral. Okay, I'm like, it's charging! Oh, okay, no, it's charging something else. Panic attack for no reason. I feel bad because I had Dark Cloud. And I had it for a long ass time. But I decided one day to sell it. And ever since then, can't find it again. Or if I do, it's rather expensive. Oh yeah, with these we can cheat. Because that how they do is apparently an earth-based attack. And the Dragon Shield, I'm immune to earth-based attacks. Ta-da! No, I don't want to fake birds. Let me go this way. This potion, good. Parry. I really can't wait until I can get my diamond sword so I can stop using this axe. Far better than this. You, sir, definitely lucky. I bought my copy of Dark Cloud from GameStop. I think it was like $15, but again, you know, I sold it. And I never got Dark Cloud 2. Because I never finished Dark Cloud 1. I'm one of those people, I can't move on to a sequel until I finish the game previous to it. I just can't do it. And to this day, I still can't do that. I've got to play the first one before I move on. Because there's usually something in the story. Well, I know with Dark Cloud and Dark Cloud 2, they're not really connected together. They're just by title. At least I got that on him. So no, he's weak against water. Why am I not using water? Because my water magic is pretty poop. That's why. Equip. One. There we go. Bloody wyverns. Hey there, caveman. How's it going? Alright, sweet. We gotta mobilize on it. And it's dead. Well, I'm also making a larger order there, Sumi. One, I like free shipping, and two, there are actually a couple of necessities I'm picking up, so... yeah. I need socks. And that's mainly the reason why I'm making a larger order, is like, I need socks. You know what? I'm doing something crazy. We're gonna put on a two-hander. Because I feel like it. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. Oh yeah, for a price like that, you can't pass it up. Speaking of a good price and you can't pass it up, I did go to GameStop the other day when I was trying to go buy not only the Devil May Cry series, which was also donated, but the Sly Cooper, which found out they were both $20 each, and I wasn't willing to pay that price because I know I could get it cheaper on Amazon. They did have a bargain bin sale that was going on, and I happened to pick up a copy of Deus Ex Human Revolution for $3. Didn't have a case. Oh well, I have plenty of blank cases and that I can put it in. Alright, it has the saps. And now we'll have the disables. I'd rather use the disable bolts. I hope this is the end of worms that we're gonna have to fight. Uh-oh. This is what happens when I let Libra fall off. That happens! I run across traps. Yeah, I've had it on my wish list for a while. Because I'm not big with science fiction-y games. But that one actually interested me. And I had it on the wish list since the big Steam sale. The big winter sale. And I just never picked it up. But going to the bargain bin, you never know what you're gonna find. You know, found a lot of Maddens. EA for football. But I found that and it's like, yeah, even if I don't play this, like, ever, I'm gonna buy it because you can't pass up a game for $3. You really can't. Alright, we're almost home. We're almost home, around the bend. Hey there, Maddie. Oh, and trust me, Lizard, I know the pain and agony of having too long of a bucket list. Way too long of a bucket list. Alright, so we're finally here. Now, we have two things we're going to be doing here. One, we're going to check out our equipment, because we do have some money, so we can do that. And two, start our next hunt. Hello there, Rah-Rah. How you doing? Well, there goes the rest of my evening, if that's the case, Lizard. I had only played a little bit of Sonic, like back in Sega days, and those were fun. kind of had to go to a friend's house to play it. You know, it was more fun that way, having to go over to a friend's to play Sonic. Oh, where? Oh, okay, it's up ahead. Ribbon was there. Like, the accessory ribbon? Like, the actual item? Or are you talking about the license points? Yeah, right. So, I definitely want some diamond swords for our tanks. Oh, that's right, we don't have really much options here. Poop. But we definitely want two of these. Expensive, but worth it. And equip you with that. Alright, now... I could get a trident. I don't use two-handers very often. I'd rather use ranged characters. Because, well, they're out of range and they don't get themselves killed. I get the hunting crossbow, but again, it seems accuracy is really low with crossbows. So I will get at least another Yuichi bow. That's okay. And let's sell our loots. Get a little bit of fundage back. It's the thought. It's the thought. Okay, at least our loot list hasn't been really big. Unlike the last time we went selling. It was rather lengthy. But hey, almost 80k gil was not bad. Alright, now let's check our armors. Okay, so we have all these accessible to everybody. Hairpin, still not better for Pinello, but it is better for Fran. And the guy who cares. Well, let's make sure our tanks are in order, and they are. Oh, only one of you can wear the thief cap. Well, we'll buy one and put it on both. Yes. There we go. Don't own Gaia gears. Let's make sure our tanks are in good order. Because heavy armor is rather expensive. Done. Hey there, Green Booty! And the PS3 store versus hard copy. With me, I go whatever is the easiest option. I don't mind getting a digital version of the game. I do understand that Sony at any time and without warning can pull some games off, and if you had so purchased that game before and you wanted to re-download it, sorry, you're out of luck. And that's where at least having a hard copy of the game is better, because, well, you don't have that issue. But I usually just go with the cheapest option. Yuichibo. Vaughn. I think I can actually get rid of the elfin bow. Yeah, I can get rid of the elfin bows. Sweet. Okay, elfin bows. Bye-bye. Oh, I only have one elfin bow. 7. I'll keep the blood sword because of the sap. That. 59 or 7. Okay, so we can get rid of this. Kind of clean up our inventory a little bit. Well, I do have a weapon that has earth damage, but they don't work against birds. Still out of luck with that. Okay, get rid of that crossbow. We don't need the crossbow. Warhammer. Goodbye. And I think we're done. And I guess I can get rid of the ancient sword. Petrify is just not worth it anymore. It hits too low. Now, the Icebrand and Flame Tongue, yes, I'm still gonna keep because their elemental properties. The elemental properties are really nice against certain monsters if I have their particular weakness. I'll keep Miter because it's water. Juice, Demon's Banes? 59. Sledge will always stay there because of the disable. We'll get rid of the Thorn Mace, because poison is meh. We'll get rid of Demon's Bane. We'll keep the platinums for our lesser tanks, just in case. Finally get rid of the Francisca. Goodbye. Okay, step in here. Why did I go to status, not equipment? Because we have officer hat and power vest. Thief's cap and power vest, and Thief's cap is the upgraded one so far. We're making her a caster right now. And both things are an upgrade in the store. Can change their helmets, but I'm being a little hesitant in doing that right now. Crystal shield on you. And so we got the Celebrant's Miter. And it seems to be a really good hat so far, otherwise it's the Gaia hat for them. Which only gives her 1 magic power. But she gains more speed and more magic resist with her current hat. There's also the Hypno Crown, which I get more strength and 1 extra magic power. But again, lower resist, lower speed. Just can't do it. I just can't do it. So I'm gonna say we're done with our equipment. Now, I can't remember where our petitioner is, so at least I have the option of coming in here and getting our merc. Okay, so it's at the bar. This is like only my 2nd time here in Bobheim. I get a little lost. Okay, everything's accepted. It does remind me you need to go back to the clan hall and get the other one. I was attacked on the Sarobi steppe. My belongings forfeit. I would have them returned. The creature was a viral. Will you slay it? I am glad to know there is strength and honor even among Humes. I will lend my arm in the hunt of the viral. I shall await you on the Sarobi steppe. I do not think the creature will have left. Ooh. So I'm actually going to have assistance from the petitioner themselves. Ooh, curious. Yes, it's hunt time. Do a lot of hunts tonight. I'm probably going to try a rank 6 once we're done with our rank 5s, which is not very many of them. I would like to give some tries on Adramelech. I think we're at a point of where we might be over-leveled for him. And maybe give a try to Exodus. Now that I have, you know, Bravery and also, more importantly, Bubble. So that might help me a lot in order to defeat him. But we'll see. Well, it depends on the issues of what is on the PC port. I know people have gripes with it, like, oh, it's only locked to 30 FPS. Big friggin' deal. That's not a deal breaker for me. Maybe for some people, but it's not for me. It'd be one thing if, like, oh, well, you can't finish this particular boss because for some reason they removed the spell, or bad translation. Well, bad translation's not that bad. But you get my point. There's some really game-breaking issues for ports, but for the most part, it's just been tiny little quirks that are just easy enough to live with. Alright, but now the question is where is she gonna be? You know, the Cerobi Steppes is a large place to be wandering about. Maybe at the Crystal? My next series after the Final Fantasy ones are done, rah-rah, is to do the Shadow Hearts series. It's a series that I grew up with and I enjoyed and I've played many times. And it's not a really well-known RPG series, and I want to share that with a lot of you guys. I would doubt it, Lizardry. And if anything, with PC ports, people have a tendency of popping it open and getting some mods in there. And sometimes even graphical ones. Our Final Fantasy VIII playthrough? Yeah, I wound up putting just about every graphical mod that I could get to work for Final Fantasy VIII. And it actually turned out for the better and made it look a little nicer. Oh yeah, Shadow Hearts is back from PlayStation 2, but if I can get a hold of Kadelka, we're talking PlayStation 1 here, and I've never played Kadelka, but I do know it gives a lot of backstory for characters and events that happen in Shadow Hearts. But if I don't get it, it's no biggie. It'd just be a bonus thing if I could. No, I don't want the Loxley bow. Ah, shit. Well, I'm stuck with it anyways. Whatever. Yes, I'd like to know what the issues were. Oh yeah, the Shadow Hearts series are fantastic. And again, not a lot of people know of them, hence why I want to play them. Hello there, Quaz. Ooh, I like the look of the diamond sword. That is pretty snexy looking. So, I don't know exactly where I'm having to wander to. So, I guess just check every map that I come across and hope for the best. It's my thought. Because she didn't really give me much information other than it's in Cerobi. And she'll be helping us. In fact, you know, let's check out the primer. Maybe it might give us a particular detail. Had accepted the Vieira Wayfarer said that she was attacked by the Viral while on a journey, and had her belongings taken from her. The Viral is to be found on the Cerobi Steppe. Okay, so, no! It's just, run around until you bump into it thing. Okay. No, 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 don't fight the worm! We're gonna be there a while if we do. In total, Rama, there are only 4 games to Shadow Hearts. 3 of them have the Shadow Hearts name. The 4th one being Kudelka, but again, it only gives backstory for characters and events, but it's still pretty important to it. I have played 1 and 2. I have not played 3, but I do own 3. I have some very big reasons why I don't play 3, because a story. I have some of the details of 3 already spoiled for me, and hence why I refuse to play. But I am actually going to play it when I get there. Ew. Well, 720 resolution's not too bad. That's doable, but the whole starting a new XII when it starts up, now that's kind of weird. That is really weird. Hello. I don't see many of you folk out here. Womp. Oh, Vaughn, why'd you go and attack the Lobos? You idiot. At least it's dead now. Well, I know the limited save slots, and you know, some games are designed like that. Even if some people are not happy with that, that's not a game breaker. Blind sucker. No, it doesn't really have a head to begin with. Doesn't make sense otherwise, but whatever. It's a game. We'll go with the game mechanics. Couldn't die before I actually get blind on it. Oh, there it goes. Sweet. Man, I don't remember there being this many turtles along the way. It must be the weather. Well, I'd understand if they were fixing issues because of the port delivery, but if they're issues that have been in the game since the release of it, the original release, yeah, not likely they're going to go and fix those anytime soon. That's just a feature of the game at that point. Whether it's a feature everybody enjoys or not is beside the point. Alright, there's a worm. We're gonna go right. The pot that I missed. Alpha 65 gear. Woohoo! Yeah, they're not bad, not bad. Also, I should be using the dragon shield just so I can cheese damage. Stupid Sonic things. Yeah, I have no idea where she can be. And this is not a super huge map, but a fairly large map. Unless she's off in that one path that I have to use a chocobo. Yeah, but these are special turtles though, rah-rah. They're too big. They must be killed. Feed an army off of that. You know, turtle soup for everybody. What are we up to tonight? We are going to be hunting the Viral. It's out here in the Cerobi Steppe. I just don't have an exact spot. And I literally don't, because I looked up in the clan primer and it just says in Cerobi Steppe. No extra details beyond that. What did I get out of the weird cave maids? We got a Koga blade, which is a katana, or not a katana, a ninja sword. And we got the Kiku Ichimonji, which is a katana. I'd say the Kiku was more... Oh, there we go. Was the bigger prize compared to the Koga blade, because we already had a Koga. Good. You are come. I think that was supposed to you have come. The Viral that attacked me is a great creature with massive wings. It will not be far. Come. So, I think we're going to be looking for a mighty big bird here. Probably should do a round of these, just in case. And this place is suspiciously empty of monsters, so yeah, it's just a matter of bumping into this guy then. Whoa! Dude, a crazy looking dude! Kinda cool looking though. Ah, sweet. Blind right off the bat. But holy shit, he hits hard. Is there techniques that I can use? Expose. Nice. expose its defenses. Techniques. Steal from it. Well, they're kind of like a hive mind, honey badger. Suit a charger birding. Ooh. Well, for most of like this kind, you never know what their level is. You don't get the awesome information that you would with other monsters. It's the same instance with bosses too, which kind of ticked me off with this one. Gosh, this dude hits hard. I'm looking for. Isn't it green magic? Yes, it's in green magic. Alright, get that ash. That was close. Oh, okay. I see something we need to nullify, like, now. Mobilize. Mobilize jack boots. Jack boots. And jack boots. Alright. Haha! Take that. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Where are you going? Okay. Hmm. See if I can corner it this way. Don't wander, Ash. Just stand in front of the damn thing. Whoops. Oh gosh, this thing is starting to hit hard. Okay, we're gonna do some quickenings. Just to make it die. I'm gonna just use Vaughn's. That should be enough just to kill it. Is it really only level 39? Holy crap. Pink! That was a wasted effort of mana, but whatever. I like it anyways. And vanquished. We are victorious. I would reward you for your courage. Visit me at the Whitecap in Balfourheim. I shall wait for you there. And you couldn't give me my reward here? Really? Well, I mean, unless you looked it up in a guide, Kai, there's no way to know about it, I don't think. So yeah, we'll just go south. And, oops, I keep going in the wrong menu right now. Libras. Libras! But, that wasn't too bad. Things started hitting really hard towards the end, but no worse for wear. Pretty good. Well, either way, my levels are starting to slowly creep up to 50. So I'm over leveled from it. I think you and many other people too, Lizard. And Devlin, thank you on the host. Getting rather stormy out here. What all? Ah, blind the wolf instead. Damn it, Ash! Why can't you pay attention? Now we gotta kill the dogs, and now you're gonna make the turtle wandering closer, get everyone killed. You're a terrible tank. Oh, really, Lizard? And how do you know that? Please heal? Thank you. Hey there, nurses. No, it has been tamed from that, nurses. But how you doing? Ooh, 2 items. Nice. It just doesn't feel the same. I mean... Oh, okay, so it can rain here. Ah, crap. It means there's storm elementals. Oh, no! No! Pinello! You idiot! Ooh, that's scary. Uh-oh, something silenced. Yeah, there's elementals out here. This is not even an elemental. I regret my choices! Run! No, that's just the normal love I have for Pinello. Probably just run right home. Not deal with anything here. Incoming worm! Ah, indeed I did. I forgot to re-equip them. I was more mad that the Viera didn't give me my reward out on the field. No, just go meet me back in Balfenheim and I'll give you your stuff. Really? Really? Couldn't give it to me here? Was that the dragon yet? If you're meaning our mark, the Viral, we found it and we killed it. It's done. It's dead. I'm just letting my ranged people kill it. I don't want to switch my equipment because I'm lazy. Oh! I wouldn't be surprised, Nurses. This is kind of like a popular kind of style for an RPG. I mean, a lot of the stuff you see in 14 is from 12. I'm sorry, Queen. Yeah, it's dead. It's a pretty easy fight. It hits rather hard, but it was okay. It was okay fight. Alright, Rara, sleep well. We'll see you another day. Another level. Yeah, and I'll need to grab a chocobo because there's a spot that there's feet, and I want to go check that area out. Gotta keep them clean. Alright, so we're making our way to the Whitecap, getting our reward, and then we'll figure out what other hunt we're gonna be doing. Although, might take a tiny side trip because there's an area I want to check out. Maybe good, maybe bad, don't know. Don't know until we get there. Oh yeah, there's still the age of dirt magnets. Yeah, gotta scrub them clean. Thank you. I could not have recovered my belongings without your help. I was fortunate to find such worthy aid. You have my gratitude. Gill, halberd, and a crystal shield. Our world is a wonderful place, filled with ideas as diverse as its people. Such individuality was not to be found in my home. Now, if you will return my belongings. What's this? There's something in the bottom of my haversack. It looks like a scale shed by the creature. You slew it. I think it only right that you should take the scale. A dragon scale! So in other words, loot to sell! Now the question is just where to sell it. Probably gonna technique shop because it's right here. Well, we know when that happens, when they actually get older, that'll change. Alright, sell. Aw, I thought it was actually a piece of gear. This barding is the perfect balance of lightweight construction and protection. Its iron alloy composition makes it prone to rust if not properly maintained. And this doesn't really sell that well, so kind of disappointed. But if I have a dragon scale and it's not here, it must be a key item. Curious, curious, curious. And revive, which we're not gonna buy. Alright, so key items. There it is. Scale found on the corpse of a virile. Natural philosophers studying worms and their kin are known to pay well for such. Ooh. I wonder. He may be there back at Burromisace, but remember there was an individual that went there to study worms, but was disappointed because he never found a worm there. So I'm wondering if I could take that. Would I get some stuff from him? What's a poop? Oh, that's a new one rune. I don't know. Just theories. Just theories. But either way, we got a reward. So now to figure out what would be our next destination. Clan Prima and the Hoons. To the bottom. Alright. So we got Old Legends, Decaying Bond, the Lindworm, rank 5. We need to go to Old Arcades for that one. Nope, never, Lizard. Never. I'll never buy a Grimoire. Ever. At the rate I'm going, yeah, that's probably going to be the case. Oops. That's not the map. That's the other thing. Alright, so I am gonna walk back here to the entrance of Balfheim Port. And we're gonna rent a chocobo. Because when we were making our way from the Titchka Uplands to here to the Sorobi Steppe, there was an area that had chocobo tracks. And, well, obviously you need a chocobo in order to get across the path. So I'm curious on what that's going to give us in the end. It may be nothing. It may be something that's going to rip us apart. I don't know. We won't know until we get there. Alright, Miss Gertie. Ah, 800 yellow, sheesh. Robbing me blind, girl. Robbing me blind. Well, that's right, this sprint actually lasts quite a while. So we're needing to make it all the way to the entrance / exit of the Titchka Uplands. That's a long run. Let's hope that I can make it. Gertie be stealing my money though, yo. Well, I will say the speed of the chocobo is rather refreshing. Getting through these areas rather quickly. 2 minutes left. Getting rather close. No, going the wrong way. I think it's just by name itself. But yes, I know that Tactics Advance had Mablanc in there too. I wouldn't go far as to say it's the same Moogle, but there's a possibility. It could just be coincidence. Alright, so almost a minute left, but we're here. And here it is. So where is this gonna take me? Oh, it's just a shortcut between there and there? Ugh. I'm a disappointed now. Man. Well, now I know. That bites. Oh well. We're running back to Balfheim. So upset now. So upset. I was like, yeah, we're gonna get to a secret area. Nope. Just a shortcut. Which, for a shortcut being there, that makes me think that we may need to use the Chocobo in Tichka Uplands. Because that cuts a significant amount of travel time through the Sarobi to get to Tichka. Yeah, it could just be all coincidence then, Lizard. A float boat. Oh. Need one of these. Can't do anything? You literally can't do anything. Can't even use an item to help yourself. This cat sucks. But, you know, gotta have them kind of features, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna make it back to Balfheim. And we're gonna take the crystal, and we're gonna go to Old Arcades. It'll be faster, and I really don't want to go through Soaking Cave Palace again. I just don't really feel like going through that again. You two are gonna get yourselves killed back there. Oh, see, there goes Pinello. Yeah, I'll kill these. Oh, apparently we got far enough that it is gonna run away. Good. Don't have to deal with it anymore. And home to the port. And what's funny is we get into the port, it's out of rain, and it's gonna be slightly on the sunny side. See? Instant weather change! Oh, gotcha. It's on Arcades. Now we're gonna have to do a little bit of backtracking because this doesn't take us to the old Arcades. We're in the Imperial City of Arcades. But so long as we're in Arcades, that's all we need. Alright, take me to the lower part. Now, it makes me curious on what would happen if you get sandalwood. Since that is apparently dictates your status in society over here. Little chips of wood, come I don't know, Lizard. Any success there? What would be the fastest? Just go up north, and we'll just keep going right. Guaranteed for me not heading into the aerodrome that way. Can't believe I went to the aerodrome and been like, what? That's not the entrance that I wanted. Doing zigzags on the stairs. And here it is. Down to old Arcades. I feel like I'm in the same boat with you though, Lizardry, being on the loopy side. Just tired. Just telling me I am not getting restful sleep. Getting the right amount of hours. But it's the quality of sleep that's really shit. Oh, this is the alley mid-sized. Oh! Oh! Okay. Make this easy. Let's point it out on the map. This one. Show me the way! Okay, he's just down that way. Yeah, why are you, Leapy Lizard? From on. I was just hearing these youngsters about the ruins in XII, been my life's work studying them. According to legend, an ancient people sealed away a terrible worm in those ruins. 4 shrines there were, each with an iron colossus to hold that worm at bay. But now a worm roams the uplands once more. These worms are one and the same, I'm certain. I've come by the bill, then ask you to kill the beast before it grows too strong. The beast is the lindworm. Will you hunt it? The iron colossuses in Tishka uplands are old legend. No proof of them or the worm have I found. But with your help, find it I shall. You must fell the worm before it regains its lost strength. They say it would only appear under cover of cloud. Search with this in mind. If the legends are to be believed, the lindworm keeps to the highlands in Tishka. I pray you to find it in time. Slap Happy and Loopy, I guess, could be one in the same room. Why are we going to Mars, Poet? I don't want to go to Mars. Mars is barren and red and lacks oxygen. So, information we've gathered from that. Sounds like we need a weather condition. We need cloud cover. And obviously in Titcha, uplands. Uplands? Highlands. Downlands. Lowlands. No man's. Yes, Vapor. True, Lizard. But that still would be a no, regardless. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Damn it! Alright, now get on the correct sub-map. We can take the train across the way and get to our crystal. Flying, hovering shoeboxes. That's what they look like. They just look like shoeboxes. Or metallic green Twinkies that can float. Not that I mentioned that more Twinkies than shoeboxes. Little Twinkies! But I'm gonna take this opportunity to take the break a tad early tonight. I definitely need to walk up and stretch and in that just for the fact like I'm just like kind of fading out here. Hopefully walking around, get a little oxygen to the brain will change that. And hopefully if you're doing the same thing too, do the same thing. Get up and walk around. It does miracles, believe me. Trust me! So, guys, get up, stretch, get them snacks, get the beverages. You know what to do. It ain't gonna change. Just gonna be listening to some grand old music in the background. I will be back in a few minutes, but if you're to take off the night, have a wonderful night and sleep well. We'll see you again another time. Tomorrow I will be back with yet again more Final Fantasy XII, probably with some story. Or maybe we'll start some story tonight. Who knows? But I will be back in a few minutes, guys. Alrighty, I return. I'm a lot better. No, just walking around seems to clear my head a little bit better. Um, when you're tired, sometimes you're tired. But for me, at least walking and getting some really cold water helps. So, anyways, I'm back. Hopefully, have some nibblies, the snacks, and some drinks, because there's going to be more Final Fantasy XII up ahead. We're going to be going on to yet another hunt, and yeah, don't know how many more hunts we're going to be doing tonight. I'm hoping to clear another one. Going to give a rank 6 a try. We're going to see how well it goes. It might go very badly for me, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, pizza quas. You lucky dog. Hey there, Runab, and thank you, Vapor. I appreciate that. So, let's head back on over here. Again, you didn't miss any gameplay. I've been on a pause screen the whole time, so yeah, nothing missed. Well, I did see you saying the comment of you were confused by Japanese TV, and there's your problem. You're watching Japanese TV. Also, thank you on the host. Okay. Then I need to look at our primer again, just so I have my details right. Hunt accepted. The Fremont urges you to destroy the Lindworm now, or the entire world could be in grave peril. The Lindworm is to be found in the Titchka Uplands. Okay. So, Uplands, weather condition needs to be cloudy, and knowing the experience we had with the Rain Lord, that there's varying degrees of raining, there's probably varying degrees of cloudy. Alright, Sumi. Alright, we're gonna cut some of our travel time down. We're just gonna travel. To Uplands! Yahoo! And I don't even know which exactly, which map he's at in the Uplands, so this is gonna be interesting. Not one for jelly beans, though, Dark. They're not appetizing to me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and this place is huge too, so it can be in any number of places. So we got the Sky Trail, Dream, Alphazak Rise, Nameless Spring, Garden of Life Circle, Life Circle Lost Way, the Oazkaf Hills, Shaded Path, and it goes to Steps, Sundered Earth, the Highlands, Fields of... I'm feeling it's in the Highlands, because the old man mentioned the Highlands of Titchka. I think it's in this specific map right here. Well, not until we try. At least we're on an easy spot to keep switching weather. Well, that's good. Maybe bad. I would count it as good, Quaz. Sometimes sugar-free candy can be really disgusting tasting. So I'd rather have the real stuff, the real sugar. Oh, what do you mean, Poet Mine? Yeah, the wardrobe malfunction possibility. Yeah, not likely to happen. I'm also wondering if this is not the one we needed to go. Because, like, the weather doesn't seem to change at all. Unless this is not the map we're needing to look at, or I'm just getting really unlucky with the way the weather looks. Yeah, because it all looks the same to me. Well, for that, what you said, Poet, it also falls on the streamer of how they want to show themselves. And unfortunately, a lot of female streamers just do all the wrong things. They think, oh, low-cut shirts, make the girls look a little perky. Yeah, I'm gonna get all the viewers. Not necessarily. And it only takes a few to make the whole look bad. So, again, it only takes a few to make the whole look bad. So there's just a whole misconception, and yeah, it's just a sad thing. Seriously, that's what some of them do, Poet. Yeah, exactly. Same wording there, Lizardry. Okay, I'm really starting to think that I'm not in the right place. Or the weather really doesn't change. Alright, let's just run around and see if we can find anything. And I'm going in wrong menus already. Let's bring this one up. Now, when we talked to the old man, he said that there were 4 areas that had colossi in it to hold the worm at bay. We can see one here, and there's 2 here on the highlands. Oh, there's the 4th one. Never mind. I'll take it back. I have a feeling we're not in the correct weather mode. Because that's what he said. Get back up even. Back in the log. Here. No, it's not even recorded, but the guy made point that it needs to be cloudy. Yeah, I try to make it more on the gameplay. Plus, not even owning a webcam helps too, so... I can't do the things that some people ask me to because, well, if I don't have it, I don't have it. But there can be equal parts of it. It can be a little bit on the streamer. It can be a little on the game. That everyone has their personal preference. It's just once it goes to too much focus on the streamer and very little to the gameplay, that's where I start to have issues with. But you know, that's my personal thing. It may be different for other people, but for me, once it's less about gameplay and more about the streamer, that's when I tend not to watch anymore and go find something else. Do you want to see my toes? That is weird. That is creepy. And apparently I don't have poison set. But that's okay, because poison really isn't, like, the worst debuff to have. They seem to not be spawning back. So I'm wondering if I'm actually needing to clear the map. That might be the case. Yeah, you would just see a bouncing headset back and forth. Yeah, those two are like dilly-dallying back there for no reason. That's why ranged people sometimes are problematic. What, to have a toe cam? Oh, the bouncing floating headset. It wouldn't be hard to do. It's all a matter of lighting and chroma keying. Well, they're so close in age, and both of them being orphans, they do give off that kind of vibe. Okay, maybe they do spawn back again. And in fact, yeah, they do. Okay. So it's not clearing the map. Perhaps it's not in this specific one. Maybe it is in one of the other areas. It could be either this one here, near Soken, or this one here. Let's go to the one near Soken. It's closer, I think. No, he probably just sees her as a sister. We're gonna really attack that one too. Alright, let's see where we're going. This way. You do a loop around. See, the weather doesn't seem to change here either. So that's what I'm saying. It's either I'm not being as lucky in weather change, or it just does not happen. Sometimes the attack gambit is a little hectic. Oh, Vaughn. So many corals on the road, too. No! Stop attacking! Alright, out of here. Yeah, it doesn't seem any cloudier. I just kind of think weather does not change in the uplands. Or I'm just really unlucky in getting it to change. I doubt that. Really doubt that. But, where is our other place? Over there. So we need to head south. Run! I have no party members with me. Oh, this could be terrifying. Oh, good, missed. Phew! That could have been bad. Alright, now from here, let's keep to the right. No, I have not. I have not played Sudoku. Pass through here. And over to here. Yeah, the weather seems exactly the same here, too. Oh, the crocodile's here. Except for we're gonna attack everything else but the croc. That's cool. Thanks, Ash. Just attack whoever, please. Morning there, Skin Miner. Yeah. I blame Canella on that. Cause I can, cause it is her fault. Go figure. Can actually blame her. Alright, put Libra on. So what we're trying to do here is, I am on the hunt for the lindworm. What we know is it is in the Titchka Uplands, which is where we're at right now. Now, when we talked to the old man for the information, he said it had to be cloudy. Well, either I'm having extremely bad luck in making this map cloudy, or it's not really a bothersome detail. And that's pretty much it. Weather. But you know, there's a lot of these large maps for this place, so it's hard to decipher which map we're actually supposed to be at for this thing. I just might have to give up and ask you guys to speed things up, or else I'll just be running around and killing a lot of things for no reason. Actually, that would be an idea. You know what? Where do we find the Lindworm? And how? Am I correct in the weather assumption? From what the old man told us? Because according to the clan primer, the weather doesn't matter. Oh, switch maps. Well, crud. Here I thought I could just do it on the sub-maps. Fine. Okay. Well, I'll do that. But maybe having this specific sub-map might help better. No, poets! I want to have success, not death. 1800 in that one. And this is going to be a bloody minefield of snakes. And that'll make them catch up faster, and Patello not dying. No, death will not be a thing here, Vapor. Whoa! Okay, but it's certainly a thing here on the Fawn Coast. Like, holy crap, is it cloudy over here. So what made me pick my Twitch name? It's just a moniker that I've held for a long time ago. Plus I'm a big fan of Legacy of Kain. According to Vapor, death is a thing, but it's not going to be a thing, Lizard. Oh, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised for a speedrun that is just nothing but fleeing. Can't deal with monsters after all. See, now it's bright and sunny over here, but that's not where we're needing to be. We're needing it in uplands. Back and forth and back and forth. And please, let me have good RNG so we can proceed on this. Yeah, Legacy of Kain is a wonderful series, and I really hope that the rumors are true, that we may be getting either a new addition to it or even a reboot for the series. It's not going to be the same, for sure. His wonderful Tony J, who did the voices for the Elder God in the franchise, is no longer with us, and it's just not gonna be the same. It just won't be. Now, everybody else, yeah, they're still alive and kicking, but him, no. And he just has one of them really unique voices, and you can point out with each and every film he's ever been in, because, you know, it's just that voice, that golden voice. You'll point it out real easily. It's not, the weather doesn't look any different on the uplands. But the Fallen Coast, we've gotten it to be really damn cloudy. Come on. Ah. There we go. Well, a lot of companies are wanting to redefine the RPG genre. Square being one of them. That's why I'm a bit hesitant with 15, but, you know, don't know what exactly we're going to get in for the end product. Because even though we've got the demo, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to still be the same once it releases. A lot of things could have changed since then. Oh, snake's poisoned. I'm like, why is that snake purple over there? Good night, honey badger. We'll see you another time. Alright, so I'm thinking from his wordings, it is that that center map, this big old map right here. Trying to avoid the wyverns. I don't like fighting them. Because there's nothing Ash can do to touch the wyvern other than black magic. But her black magic is so weak, it won't make a difference. Alright. Keep going this way. Save at the save diamond, because now that we've got the weather that we desire, we just need to find the bloody thing and kill it. Oh. Okay, so it can get even worse, I see. Maybe I need it raining. Well, let's hope so. Well, hope not, because we're not having raining here. I think it's around this one. I think it might be around the other one. Hello there, Derek! debuffs. Come on, can we just kill things already? Sheesh. I'm with you there, Vapor. I'm tired. And hence why I took that break early. Which is now wearing off. I'm wondering if I'm needing it raining and not cloudy then. And what do they echo? Malboros. Okay, killed it. Alright, am I in the right assumption that this is the sub-map I'm needing to be on for the Lindworm, the Highlands? Or is he on a different one? Right on, Derek. Sounds like you had a lot of fun with that. So he is not on this map. Okay. If he's not on this map... what map would he be on? Maybe try that Soaking Cave one. I think he's got to be around one of the little temple areas. Hold on. Oh, there's another spot up there. So there's actually 5. The old man said there was only 4. The old man lied to me. Nope. 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 No, wouldn't even do it. Yeah, you're right. They do. They do, Vapor. Alright, this is raining. Oh yeah, I could buy all the gear and the weaponry, and then I'll be set for a while. Well, it's because it's assumed. I know, Lizardry, you try so hard. I have a feeling this is not the right weather I'm needing. I feel I just need plain cloudy, not rainy. how my setup is, Tyrael. I think it works just fine. And now it's raining here. So I just maybe need to be careful when it's rainy compared to cloudy. Perhaps. Or maybe I'll forgot. This game doesn't have rapiers. Alright, well, I can tell you already he's probably not here. No, don't attack them. Come here, you two. Hmm. Ugh. This one's a difficult one. There's just so many different maps that you have to look at. Okay, how about this for a question? Am I correct